This is the downtrend we're looking at for the break. However, we created this gap. This gap needs to be filled for the momentum to come back into the stock. However, looking at this trend right here, okay, that is the good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Well, this is your boy Francis. Welcome to the Trading Success Show. If this is your first time, you are welcome to this channel. As usual and as always, we're going to be talking about stocks, okay, and we're going to be talking about long-term stocks. And in this for this week, we're going to be talking about more of Cathie Wood's trades and most of the stock that she has in her funds, right? So we're going to be looking at them, and some of others are just normal stocks that I think has the potential for a bounce, okay, either to the upside or to the downside. But remember that this is not a recommendation to buy or to sell any stock or equity. This is for entertainment purposes only. You can always follow me on my stock tweet or on Twitter, okay? This is my Twitter stock tweet, and just go ahead and give me a like. But anyways, let's get into the market. Let's see what the S&P actually did as out of Friday close, okay? Looking at the S&P, this is 1 week map, okay? This is the heat map for 1 week, and what I'm looking at now is that the actual market actually took momentum from tech and also momentum from the energy sector. Okay, some of the banks actually did poorly, they did bad, and they ended up closing the week green. Energy is solidly green, leading the way with Exxon and Chevron, okay, followed by MPC, okay. However, technology side, we're looking at NVDA. NVDA is crushing it. Microsoft is crushing it as well. However, we're looking on the other side, Tesla not really doing good based on their reports. Okay, Tesla all down the week by 13.64% so far, leading that sector down. Okay, the auto manufacturer. Okay, also taking a look at the earnings report for the coming week, we know that beautiful names are reporting, okay, like Monday we have SOFI reporting, Philips reporting, Whirlpool reporting, Tuesday Pfizer, Microsoft, AMD, UPS, Alphabet, Starbucks, JetBlue, MSCI, Marathon as well. We're gonna find out what JetBlue really looks like based on that measure with LOVE. Also Wednesday we're looking at Boeing, Qualcomm, Align, Chevron, Aflac, and so on and so forth. Thursday we're gonna be looking at Apple, Amazon, Meta. We're gonna be looking at that. It's gonna be beautiful this week. Exxon, Chevron, Abivaj, Cigna, and all that gonna be reporting on Friday. So we're gonna be looking at a very solid Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in this coming week. So keep an eye out. It's gonna be really fun. Okay, our economic calendar as well, gonna be taking a look at that. And of course, on Monday nothing scheduled. On Tuesday we have our S&P Case-Shiller Homes Price Index job opening. Wednesday we have ADP employment cost index, and of course the most important is gonna be our Fed's interest rate decision. So Wednesday we're gonna be seeing Jay Powell. On Thursday as well, jobless initial jobless claims as ISM manufacturing coming in, and of course on Friday, guess what, we're gonna be having US non-payrolls followed by factory orders. Okay, so keep an eye out. I think this week is gonna be really interesting. And looking at Cathie Wood's fund as well, most of our funds here, they are really interesting, which is our ACW. Okay, asset, you got that asset right there, and yet to return, this is one of their highest, which is almost about 97%. And of course expense ratio is 88.88%. So in this funds is constituted by what? Coinbase, SQ, Roku, ZM, Tesla Hood, and Pat, as well as Roblox. Okay, so we're gonna be taking a look at some of these stocks here as well. Obviously exposed in the North America region. So now let's get into what we got going on in terms of stocks and what I'll be looking at this coming week. Okay, first we're going to talk about the market, what I'm expecting the market to do. This is the S&P 500 ETF. I'm expecting price to get beyond 490. Okay, that's the spot with my objective. My ultimate target here is going to be $500, okay, on the S&P 500. So if for any reason price decide to reject and pull back based on technology and based on solid names reporting this week, then we're going to be looking at price back down to the 50 exponential moving average. But for now, look, we're really actually trending the 20 EMA right now. So keep an eye out and see how the market react to these names. First stock here is gonna be Unipat. Okay, Unipat is PATH. This is one of Cathie Wood's holding as well, and we are actually looking at $24 per share break. If price can break that $24, we should be good to continue to go retest the 26.52 area as well. But for now, our support, of course, is gonna be $22 in the name. Qualcomm as well. This is QCOM. It's been making a trend right here. We've been trending to the upside, and now we're looking at a retest after the 160-ish area visit. So we're looking at the retest of that 145 if price actually failed the 150. Okay, so 145 is going to be the next spot on that name. Taking a look at ROKU, what have you here? ROKU, at this point, we're looking at this trend right here, downtrend break. That is what we're looking at. We're looking at $95 to continue to the upside. But if for any reason price failed the 20 and 50 exponential moving average, guess where we're looking at? We're looking at price back to the $85. So keep an eye out on that as well. This is Cathie Wood holding as well as Warren Buffett, and right now I'm looking at price around this area for our momentum to really sell this back to the downside. But if this can break through 950, 960, then we can continue to $10 on this. But for now, if price doesn't break through, then we'll be looking at price back to the 20 exponential moving average. Next stock here on Cathie Wood's list is COIM. This is Coinbase Global, and you know, a lot of people, a lot of traders out there in terms of the cryptocurrency field are actually using this platform, which is more solid than the rest. So anyways, we're looking at price here at 120. This is our support for now. If price can get back into the 50 exponential moving average, then we're going to be looking at more to the upside. Remember that this in the late December, early January, we're looking at price right around that 190-ish area. Okay, but for now, keep an eye out. We can solidly continue to make this trend to the upside. Looking at Apple at this point in time, they are also reporting this coming weekend. Well, for now, I'm looking at levels at 188 and then $200 on this name. So keep an eye out on this. Also looking at MELI, we have this trend to watch for the pullback. Right now, that is going to be our trend for the pullback. If price can reject that area, then we'll be looking at price back to the lower trend on there. So keep an eye out as well. Toast is another one. If you go out there in different restaurants and stuff, most especially in Texas, you know, most restaurants, they have these toast as well in terms of checkout and so right now we're looking at price at the 16 support and continuation to the upside must break $18. Then we'll be looking at the 200 moving average on that name. Talk about NU as well, Cathie Wood and Warren Buffett, and talking about F, which is Ford. Ford Motor right now, we're looking at $11.50 break. If we can break that area, that means we're through with the barrier, we're through with that resistance part of the 20 and 50 exponential moving average, and the next view is going to be our 200 moving average on that. BYND at this point, we're looking at support right around the $7, like I said a couple of weeks ago, and right now we're holding $7, and we need that momentum push right above $8, and then we'll continue breaking the downtrend to the upside. Next level is $9 and $10 and $11. That is what we're going to be looking at there. Pins as well. This is Pinterest. Right now we're looking at support at that trend. That trend is our support, is our best friend, and for any reason we made a triple top right here and rejected and back to that area. So we're going to be looking at price revisiting that $36 spot again. If price hold there, we'll continue to go to push to the upside, but for now, $37, $38, that is your best spot for the momentum to continue. Twilio as well. This one right now we're looking at price downtrend right there, $76. With this uptrend, we're looking at $70. So support for me ultimately is $70 on this name for the momentum to the upside. If we fail below that level, and thinking we're gonna still sell off back into the 200 moving average if that fail. SAVE, this one actually they did, there was an issue with measure and acquisition, and judge actually put a stop to this. I think this will be appealed, and then we may see where this end up. Okay, looking at NVDA, is at 610 close, and we're looking at $600 as support for now. If price continue to hold $600 area, then we can continue to that momentum push to the 650. However, looking at the ROSI, we are actually extended on this name, and this could really pull back to the 560 550 area in the coming days. Also, INTC reported as well, and created a beautiful gap right here, and right now we're looking at support at 43 on this name. So keep an eye out. I think this can still continue that momentum, that uptrend to the upside. AMD as well reporting this coming week, and we're actually extended on this name. If for any reason they don't do well, we're going to be looking at price back to the 140 ish area, 150 ish area, as momentum will dive back into NVIDIA to push it through 650. Also looking at top 500 S&P stock as well, picking this up from momentum meter. Okay, we're looking at several names actually year to date and week to date returns, and we're looking at their sentiment score as well. Overall, looking at week to date is GILD as well. When you take a look at it on the chart, you're now seeing that we actually really pulled back this last week, Friday, Monday, pulled back, and then I held this level. So keep an eye out as well. We're gonna be taking a look at BAH as well. BAH, this is a gap up play, and we're looking at 150 in the next spot. However, RSI is in the extension phase, so this is a very beautiful breakout here to the upside on that name. Looking at American Express as well, they missed expectation. However, this actually bounced up and gap to the upside. Keep an eye out. If price reject $200, we'll be back to the 190 again to retest it for another momentum push to the upside. Talking about trade, talking about Tesla actually missed expectation. This is the highest in terms of expectation missed since 2017. So right now on Tesla, we're looking at level. This is the downtrend we're looking at for the break. However, we created this gap. This gap needs to be filled for the momentum to come back into the stock. However, looking at this trend right here, okay, that is the area. If price decides to pull lower, then we're going to be looking at 170 on Tesla. I actually picked up some right around the 180-ish area, and the price closed at 183.25. If for any reason we decide to retest this trend right here, then I will be adding to my Tesla position as well. So keep an eye out for the Nasdaq actual 100 top 25 by momentum meter. We're looking at price around the year-to-date returns and week-to-date return sentiment score. Right now we're looking at a whole lot of watchers count right around the Microsoft spot. So Microsoft is huge there, AMD is huge, Netflix is also huge, and anyways, the list pretty much being CDNC. I don't know what that is, but anyways, keep an eye out on these names. These names are solid. They are top 25 on their radar. SQ as well. We're looking at SQ here, and price around the 200 moving average. I think this is also, for me, it's another decent hole to continue to pick up here. Remember, it's not a recommendation. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. Thank you for spending your weekend with me. Of course, look at snow really about to break out of that long consolidated range. Anyways, have a fantastic weekend. Peace and love, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your family, your friends, and all that. Love you guys.